The Senate will please come to order. I would ask all members to please take their seats. The clerk will unlock the machine for the purpose of recording attendance. Have all members recorded their attendance? All members have recorded their attendance. The clerk will lock the machine. There are 37 members present. There is a quorum. I'd ask all members to please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance to be led today by Senator Hannah M. Gallo, representing the city of Cranston and the town of West Warwick. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Almighty God, bless those who serve in the Senate. Inspire us with your truth, surround us with your love, and fill us with your grace. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Senator Gallo. Senator Mendes. You want to be recorded as being present? Senator Mendes wants to be recorded as being present. Hearing no objection, so ordered. First order of business is a reading of the previous day's journal. The clerk will please read.
State of Rhode Island
Mr.
Journal of the
President,
Senate.
Senator Gallo.
I move that further reading of the journal be dispensed with and the journal be accepted as printed.
Senator Gallo requests a further reading of the journal be dispensed with and that the journal be accepted as printed without objection, so ordered. Next order of business is, well, it's not going to be the introduction of guests because we don't have any. Next order of business is committee reports and communications. Are there any of either? Questions? Letters are in where? First order of business is a letter from the Senate President making appointments to committees. The clerk will please read.
To the Honorable the Senate, pursuant to Section 5 of the Interim Senate Rules, I am making the following appointments to the Senate Standing Committees. Senate Committee on Commerce, Senator V. Susan Sosnowski, Chair. Senator Roger A. Picard, Vice Chair. Senator Tierra T. Mack, Secretary. Senator Kendra Anderson, Senator Hannah M. Gallo, Senator Megan E. Qualman, Senator Frank Lombardo III, Senator Cynthia M. Mendes, Senator Elaine J. Morgan. To the Senate Committee on Education, Senator Sandra C. Cano, Chair. Senator Hannah M. Gallo, Vice Chair. Senator Anna B. Casada, Secretary. Senator Janine Calkin, Senator Louis P. DePalma, Senator Ryan W. Pearson, Senator Thomas J. Paolino, Senator James A. Seven. Senate Committee on Environment and Agriculture, Senator Dawn M. Oyer, Chair. Senator Alana DiMario, Vice Chair. Senator Stephen R. Archambault, Secretary. Senator Cynthia Amore Coyne, Senator Joshua Miller, Senator Megan E. Coleman, Senator Gordon E. Rogers, Senator Bridget G. Valverde. Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Ryan W. Pearson, Chair. Senator Louis P. DePalma, First Vice Chair. Senator Walter S. Felag, Jr., Second Vice Chair. Senator Thomas J. Paolino, Secretary. Senator Jonathan Acosta, Senator Sandra C. Cano, Senator Frank H. Cohn III, Senator Melissa A. Murray, Senator James A. 70, Senator V. Susan Sosnowski. Senate Committee on Health and Human Services, Senator Joshua Miller, Chair. Senator Bridget G. Valverde, Vice Chair. Senator Valerie J. Lawson, Secretary. Senator Samuel W. Bell, Senator Janine Calkin, Senator Alana DiMario, Senator Gail L. Golden, Senator Thomas J. Paolino. Senate Committee on Housing and Municipal Government, Senator Frank Lombardo III, Chair. Senator Megan E. Coleman, Vice Chair. Senator Gordon E. Rogers, Secretary. Senator Kendra Anderson, Senator Hannah M. Gallo, Senator Tierra T. Mack, Senator Roger A. Picard. Senate Committee on Judiciary, Senator Cynthia Amore Coyne, Chair. Senator Stephen R. Archambault, Vice Chair. Senator Leonidas P. Raptakis, Secretary. Senator John P. Burke, Senator Dawn M. Oyer, Senator Frank S. Lombardi, Senator Anna B. Casada, Senator Gordon E. Rogers. Senate Committee on Labor, Senator Frank A. Chacon III, Chair. Senator Frank S. Lombardi, Vice Chair. Senator John P. Burke, Secretary. Senator Jessica Dela Cruz, Senator Gail L. Golden, Senator Frank Lombardo III, Senator Roger A. Picard, Senator V. Susan Sosnowski. Senate Committee on Rules, Government Ethics and Oversight, Senator Louis P. DePalma, Chair. Senator James A. 70, Vice Chair. Senator Megan E. Coleman, Secretary. Senator Jonathan Acosta, Senator Stephen R. Archambault, Senator Frank H. Cohn III, Senator Jessica Dela Cruz, Senator Dawn M. Oyer, Senator Frank Lombardo III. Senate Committee on Special Legislation and Veterans Affairs, Senator Walter S. Felag, Chair. Senator Melissa A. Murray, Vice Chair. Senator Valerie J. Lawson, Secretary. Senator Samuel W. Bell, Senator Cynthia M. Mendes, Senator Elaine J. Morgan, Senator Leonidas P. Raptakis, Senator James A. 70. Permanent Joint Committee on State Lottery, Senator Mary Ellen Goodwin, Senator Frank H. Chacon III, Senator Thomas J. Paolino, Senator Melissa A. Murray. Sincerely, Dominic J. Ruggiero, President of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Please place that on file. That brings us to new business. We have a Senate resolution condemning the acts of violence and insurrection committed at the seat of our country's democracy and calling for the removal of President Donald J. Trump. Chairwoman Oyer. Chairwoman Oyer requests that the resolution be read. The clerk will please do so.
Senate resolution condemning the acts of violence and insurrection committed at the seat of our country's democracy and calling for the removal of President Donald J. Trump. Whereas the peaceful transition of power is a hallmark of the United States as a democratic republic, signaling the government's responsibility to respect the will of the people and providing legitimacy to our elections, uniting us as a people behind our country, our shared ideals, and a constitutional form of government. And whereas it is the belief of Americans that the leadership of our government should be selected by the people through free and fair elections, not through violence or the whims of authoritarian leaders. And whereas since losing the election on November 3rd, 2020, President Donald J. Trump has continued to lie and mislead his supporters about the results of the election and has tried to coerce election officials into changing election results and disenfranchising voters. And whereas on Wednesday, January 6, 2021, President Trump held a rally in Washington, D.C., calling on his supporters to fight like hell and march to the U.S. Capitol building, where the joint session of Congress was meeting to certify the electoral votes from all 50 states and the District of Columbia in order to confirm President-elect Joe Biden's victory. And whereas incited by outright lies and misinformation and driven by the misconception that their actions could encumber the true and just democratic process, the deadly mob assaulted police officers, scaled walls, and broke windows and doors as they forced their way into the U.S. Capitol building. And whereas Americans watched with disappointment, belief, and horror as hundreds of insurrectionists stormed the building intent on wreaking havoc and stopping the progress towards a peaceful transition of power. Insurgents brought with them zip ties, raided key offices, and stole important documents and electronics. A crowd of rioters chanted, "Hang Mike Pence," and a noose was erected outside the Capitol. Reports surfaced of guns, tear gas, assaults on Capitol Police, and vandalism inside the historic building and revered rotunda. And whereas legislators were quickly evacuated from the House and Senate chambers as the mob wandered the hallways, defacing offices and public property, and resisting attempts by Capitol Police to bring about peace and safety, resulting in the death of at least 6 people. And whereas showing the resilience of our country, the joint session of Congress reconvened on the evening of January 6th to certify President-elect Joe Biden's electoral victory and worked through the night until they completed the certification early the morning of January 7th. And whereas even after the events of January 6th, President Trump has continued to spread lies and misinformation to his supporters, threatening the security of the United States and undermining the integrity of our most cherished institutions, and is an ongoing threat to our country as long as he holds office. And whereas the strength of America's democracy is in our ability to come together during times of strife and peril, the day of calculated destruction will not change our destiny or our confidence that there are brighter days ahead. On January 20th, 2021, a new era of hope and unity will begin to rebuild our country with the consensus and trust that our forefathers imagined as they wrote the Constitution and laid the foundation for the greatest country in the world. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this Senate of the State of Rhode Island hereby vehemently condemns the acts of violence and insurrection committed at the seat of our country's democracy and calls for the removal of President Donald J. Trump through the exercise of the 25th Amendment or congressional impeachment. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be and she is hereby authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to Rhode Island's congressional delegation.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Chair Oyer.
Thank you, Mr. President. What happened in our nation's capital last Wednesday was surreal, but not unbelievable. It is critical that we take a stand for the legitimate democratic principles of our country and condemn the illegitimate attempts to overthrow them. President Trump and his enablers have engaged in an ongoing attack against our democracy by spreading misinformation and lies about our election and our government institutions. The Trump campaign filed over 60 lawsuits across the country challenging the November election results. It's got to be the most litigated election in history. At the end of the day, Trump's team lost every single one of those lawsuits because they provided zero evidence of fraud. Absolutely zero. Those cases were decided by judges who were appointed by both Democratic and Republican leaders, including judges appointed by President Trump. There is no doubt that the election on November 3rd was free and fair and legitimate, and that President-elect Joe Biden will be sworn into office on January 20th. Though political election rhetoric can be heated, Americans go to the polls expecting their voices to be counted and a president to be elected without violence and insurrection. The peaceful transition of power resulting from those elections is critical, because without it, our elections mean nothing. In Ronald Reagan's first inaugural address, he said, "The orderly transfer of authority, as called for in the Constitution, routinely takes place as it has for almost 2 centuries. And few of us stop to think how unique we really are. In the eyes of many in the world, this every 4-year ceremony we accept as normal is nothing less than a miracle." Well, the attempted coup by a mob of Trump supporters, including white supremacists and fascists, has made us stop and think. The peaceful transfer of power is not, in fact, a miracle. It is a critical cornerstone to the functioning of America as a democratic republic, and it is up to us to protect it. It's clear our country is in crisis. I do not believe this is a moment in time, but a part of a long series of events that have brought our country to the brink. We are more divided than we have ever been in my lifetime. We seem to have lost the ability to talk to others with different perspectives and ideas, and there is far too little faith in our public institutions. These issues do not magically disappear on January 20th. It will take us all working together to renew the faith of our constituents and lead our state forward. I've read about the calls for unity that have rejected the impeachment efforts as divisive. We cannot unify if we do not agree on basic principles of a democracy. A deadly mob stormed the Capitol to stop the peaceful transition of power. This was an illegitimate act and a direct assault on fundamental principle of our democracy. We cannot just shake our heads and move on. We need to condemn this action and send a message that we do not and will not stand with tyrants. We must unify through passage of this resolution by holding President Trump and his enablers accountable. We must unify by defending our key democratic pillars: free and fair elections, citizen participation in government, protection of our citizens' human rights, and honoring the rule of law. Now is the time to stand strong to protect the democratic ideals we hold dear. Mr. President, I move passage.
Senator Oyer requests immediate consideration of the resolution. Is there a second? Seconded by. We're not voting on it now, we're hitting the second button. Seconded by Leader McCaffrey, Whip Goodwin, Senator Miller, Senator Gallo, Senator Mario, Senator Burke, Senator Archibald, Senator Cano, Senator Corcoran, Senator Bell, Senator Raptaka, Senator Murray, Senator Valverde, Senator Coyne, Senator Seveny, Senator De Palma, Senator Lombardi, Senator Lawson, Senator Mack, Senator Picard, Senator Pearson, Senator Casada. Senator Lombardo. Once your name is called, please hit the button to negate it so I don't keep repeating the names. Senator Coleman, Senator Felag, Senator Costa, Senator Golden, Senator Coyne, Senator Miller, Senator Mendes, Senator Lawson, Senator Anderson, Senator Sosnowski. I think that's it. Senator Lawson, your light is lit.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in favor of this resolution and thank my colleague, Senator Oyer, for submitting it. As I watch the actions of the mob attack our Capitol and hunt down our elected officials in the line of succession for the president last week, I was stunned and horrified, as I'm sure you were too. And I was outraged that the President of the United States incited these events. As a civics teacher, I wondered and struggled with how I would discuss this with my students the next day. I knew this wouldn't be an easy feat, but a necessary one. I knew and was compelled to address and explain and answer questions from my students, and we did the next day. We discussed the facts, the process of the peaceful transfer of power, and today in those same classes, we discussed a petition created by the Young Democrats at East Providence High School. And one of my students presented this petition to his peers and shared his concerns and addressed the need for action by our congressional delegation. The events on on January 6th have shaken our nation to its core. And as a teacher, it brought back memories of teaching during and after 9/11. In the present now, as we move forward, we're trying to figure out how we're going to do that. But it is clear, and it has been reinforced over the last couple of weeks, that words matter and actions do too. And this chamber should take action today and be on the record of condemning the actions of President Trump. And I strongly encourage all of you, all of my colleagues today to do so and vote in favor of this resolution. Thank you.
Senator Coleman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also rise today in support of this resolution. It is almost otherworldly to be standing up here making these remarks, but here we are. We cannot see the violent attack on the Capitol last Wednesday as a spontaneous eruption of violence. I don't believe. It was not. It was the logical culmination of a months-long campaign waged by a sitting president and his allies both in Congress and in the media to overturn the results of a free and fair election. This campaign began, as we know, long before the ballots began to be counted and certified. House Democrats have filed an article of impeachment against Trump, charging him with, quote, incitement of insurrection. The article notes that Trump's months of lies about the election, his inflammatory speeches, which included lines like, quote, if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore, led directly to, quote, violent, deadly, destructive, and seditious acts. It also makes reference to Mr. Trump's January 2nd call to Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, demanding that he, quote, find enough votes to overturn the election results in that state. These two instances, which are but two among many, clearly show us that Mr. Trump is no longer capable of leading the country. These acts are seditious, they are treasonous. Mr. Trump has failed in his duty to respect the legitimate results of the presidential election, to accept the peaceful transfer of power, to protect people of the U.S., and to see that the laws of this country are faithfully executed. COVID has killed more than 375,000 Americans, and yet during this time of global crisis, he's chosen to fan the flames of civil unrest instead of coordinating vaccine delivery, healthcare, solving any of our pressing problems. It's a dark day in U.S. democracy when we have to call for impeachment a second time, and yet to not do so, I believe, would be deeply irresponsible. We cannot let Mr. Trump's lawless and anti-democratic attempts to remain in power go unanswered, because doing so would invite more of the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Coleman. Senator Cano.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too rise on support of this resolution today, and I want to thank Senator Oyer for your leadership on this. The insurrection of the U.S. Capitol building by several riot supporters of President Donald Trump will live on as one of the darkest and blackest moments in our American history. How is it that a ceremonial act in Congress of the United States turned into a violent assault on the Capitol by President Trump supporters, followed by chaos, a curfew, and even more deeply divided country? It was a horrible image for the United States. For our kids to see this happen, truly sad, but also internationally. This is the kind of thing we associate with other countries' failed democracies. I am here to condemn the actions of President Trump and the supporters, and I am here to encourage my colleagues to support this resolution today. I think it's time to heal the United States. We need to be united and not so divided. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Cano. Senator Murray.
Thank you, Senate President. I too rise to support the resolution calling for Donald Trump's removal from the office of President of the United States. And I thank my colleague, Senator Oyer, for putting this resolution forth. And I appreciate the words that have been spoken by my colleagues before me. Last Wednesday, January 6th, I was watching Congress certify the election results. I then witnessed with horror and disbelief, as we all did, as our nation's capital was stormed by a riotous mob. I have watched the speech that Trump gave to this violent mob directly prior to the insurrection. I heard him perpetuate the lies of election fraud and conspiracy theories, double down on his resistance to a peaceful transfer of power, deliberately and literally urge this mob to undermine our democratic process by directing them to the Capitol. The aftermath that unfolded was an inevitable and direct result of his words and actions. Just a day prior to this unthinkable event, exactly 1 week ago, each one of us sitting in this chamber took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. It is our most sacred document, and as elected officials, it is our utmost obligation. To those who may argue that Trump's seditious words constitute freedom of speech, let me say this: speech that is dangerous and false is not protected, as opposed to speech that is dangerous but also true. Trump's words were akin to shouting fire in a crowded room. They fanned the flames of insurrection. They were not only seditious, but destructive and deliberate to cause violence and chaos, and put the Vice President and all of Congress, both Republican and Democrat, in immediate and imminent danger. He causes a clear and present danger right now and must be held accountable for his actions. I urge my colleagues to support this resolution calling for his removal.
Thank you, Senator Murray. Is there further discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, those in favor of the resolution, please indicate by saying aye. Those opposed, nays. The ayes have it. The resolution passes. The next item is by Senator Lawson, a Senate resolution extending deepest condolences on the passing of the Honorable William A. Castro. Senator Lawson.
May that be read, Mr. President?
Senator Lawson requests that the resolution be read. The clerk will please do so.
Senate resolution extending deepest condolences on the passing of the Honorable William A. Castro. Whereas it is with sadness that this Senate has learned of the passing of the Honorable William A. Castro, a well-respected Rhode Island State Senator and the beloved husband of the late Lois Ambrosino, devoted father of Kimberly DaCosta and her husband David, and the very proud grandfather of Nicholas William and Camille Lucia. And whereas born in Taunton, Massachusetts, Mr. Castro was the son of the late Manuel and Rose Castro, and the brother of Barbara Martin and the late Thomas, Robert and George Castro. He grew up in the Fox Point section of Providence, where he attended the Cleary School and was a graduate of St. Raphael Academy. And whereas subsequent to moving to the city of East Providence, Mr. Castro began what would become a lifelong devotion to public service. In November of 1966, he was elected to the Rhode Island Senate, representing constituents in District 42. Well respected by his fellow senators, he was elected by unanimous consent to serve as Senate President pro tempore from 1979 to 1982, at which time he retired. And whereas in addition to his tenure in the Senate, the Honorable Bill Castro was employed as a manager for the Traffic Development Division of Bonanza Bus Lines and was the Director of Sales for the former Providence Reds Hockey Club. Whereas upon leaving the State Senate, the Honorable Bill Castro was appointed as the Administrator of the Rhode Island Workers' Compensation Court by Governor J. Joseph Garrahy, a position he held until 1990. He was also devoted to his faith and was a longtime parishioner at St. Francis Xavier Church, where he served as a trustee and a member of the Finance Committee and as the General Chairman of the Catholic Charity Fund Appeal. And whereas always proud of his Portuguese heritage, Mr. Castro was awarded the Medal of Solidarity and Commodore of the Order of Prince Henry, the Navigator, by the President of the Republic of Portugal. He was also actively involved in a panoply of altruistic community organizations, including the Holy Ghost Beneficial Brotherhood, Prince Henry Club, and Amigos de Cavaquera. He was an avid baseball fan and had served as the former Assistant Director of Administration for the Little League Baseball Incorporated, as well as past president of the East Providence Central Little League. And whereas the Honorable Bill Castro consistently demonstrated an abiding dedication to serving the best interests of his community and our state, and he will be dearly missed by all who had the good fortune to be part of his extraordinary life. Now therefore be it resolved that this Senate of the State of Rhode Island hereby offers its sincere condolences on the passing of the Honorable William A. Castro. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be, and she is hereby authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to Kimberly DaCosta and family.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Lawson.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of my community, myself, I'd like to thank Senator Castro for his service and send our deepest condolences to the Castro family, and I move this resolution.
Senator Lawson moves passage of the resolution. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Gallo, Senator Archibald, Senator Cano, Senator Murray, Senator Oyer, Senator Coyne, Senator Lombardi, Senator Golden, Senator Mario, Senator Lombardo, Senator Mendes. I'm sorry, Senator Mendes, Senator Burke, Senator Algiers, Senator Bell, Senator Casada, Senator Mack, Senator Sosnowski, Senator Felag, Senator Coyne, Senator Valverde, Senator Palmer, Senator Picard, Senator Golden, Senator Bell, Senator Rogers, Leader McCaffrey, Senator Casada, Senator Goodwin. All those in favor of the resolution, please rise. The resolution passes. Next item is by Senator Coyne, a Senate resolution extending deepest condolences on the passing of Willard Bill Rappley. Senator Coyne.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have that read?
Senator Coyne requests that the resolution be read. The clerk will please do so.
Senate resolution extending deepest condolences on the passing of Willard Bill Rappley. Whereas it is with sincere sadness that this Senate has learned of the passing of Bill Rappley, a renowned veteran political reporter and the beloved father of 5 daughters, Georgia, Annika, Chelsea, Karma, and Layla Rappley. And whereas Rapp, as he was commonly known in journalistic and political circles, was a brilliant journalist and a person of acute perspicacity who thoughtfully and relentlessly pursued the news in an inspiring career that spanned almost 40 years. And whereas Mr. Rappley was born in Houston and raised in Cambridge, Massachusetts, but the Ocean State was always his true home. He was the son of Ann and Fuzz Crompton and the brother of Tim Rappley and the late Charles Rappley. His nascent career began in the early 1980s working as the photographer/reporter for cable television in New Bedford. He subsequently spent 7 years at WLNE, where he reported on numerous events and established himself as the station's environmental reporter. He also held reporting positions in Boston and New York. And whereas for almost 18 years, Mr. Rappley was a political reporter with WJAR Channel 10. During his tenure at the station, he hosted the public affairs program 10 News Conference, moderated debates, reported from the New Hampshire primary and national conventions, and interviewed countless local, state, and federal politicians. Most recently, he worked with Rhode Island's public television station WSBE, where he worked on longer-form investigative projects and was the co-host of Rhode Island's PBS Weekly. Whereas Mr. Rappley's comprehensive reporting of Rhode Island's political issues and events has been well-reasoned and thoughtful, and his reputation for fully appreciating the power and intensity of ethically reporting the news earned him the admiration of both his peers and those he sought to interview. And whereas in addition, Mr. Rappley earned a plethora of awards and nominations for his coverage within the state of Rhode Island State House and Washington, D.C., including Associated Press Awards, a Regional Emmy Award, a National Award from the Association of Capitol Reporters and Editors, and numerous additional accolades. And whereas Bill Rappley was a brilliant journalist, a good friend, an amazing father, and a true gentleman, who has left the people of Rhode Island more informed and enlightened by his life's endeavors. His integrity and common sense enriched the lives of all who knew him and set a standard for journalistic excellence that is an inspiration to us all. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this Senate of the state of Rhode Island hereby expresses our deepest sympathies on the passing of Willard Bill Rappley. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be, and she's hereby authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to Ann and Fuzz Crompton and family.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Goodwin, your second light is on. I'm sorry, Senator Coyne.
Thank you. Bill Rappley was my constituent, and as a journalist, Bill's talents were well known. He was informed, he asked hard questions, but most of all, he cared about getting his story right. Bill was unpretentious, and maybe that's part of what made him so appealing. He wasn't just a newsreader, and he wasn't here in Rhode Island as a stepping stone to somewhere else. Bill was part of our community. He was the guy I would see at the gym early in the morning before COVID, away from the news lights, just being a regular guy. He was the neighbor who always stopped to wave and talk, but he would gladly tell you that his most cherished role was being a father to his 5 beautiful daughters, each of whom he was immensely proud of. Bill left us too soon, but we are all better for him having been among us, and I offer my sincere condolences to his family. With that, Mr. President, I move passage.
Chairwoman Klein moves passage of the resolution. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator McCaffrey, Senator Goodwin, Senator Gallo, Senator Lombardo, Senator Anderson, Senator Miller, Senator Felag, Senator Sosnowski, Senator DeMario, Senator Casada, Senator Lombardi, Senator Mack, Senator Picard, Senator Algier, Senator Morgan, Senator Burke, Senator Archibald, Senator Rogers, Senator Bell, Senator Corkin, Senator Lawson, Senator Reptakis, Senator Valverde, Senator Golden, Senator Oyer, Senator Seveny, and Senator DePalmer. Is there discussion on the resolution? Senator Rogers, also second, Senator Rogers, Senator Mendes, Senator Anderson, Senator Felag, Senator Acosta, Senator Casada, Senator Lombardi, Senator Murray. Senator Felag, again. Discussion on the resolution. Hearing none, all in favor of the resolution, please stand. The resolution is adopted. Next item by Senator Lawson, the Senate resolution expressing sincere condolences on the passing of Nancy J. Amore. Senator Lawson.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have that read, please?
Senator Lawson requests that the resolution be read. The clerk will please do so.
Senate resolution expressing sincere condolences on the passing of Nancy J. Amore. Whereas it is with deep sadness that this Senate has learned of the passing of Nancy J. Amore, beloved wife of the late John Amore, and cherished mother of Jennifer Amore Vall and her husband Chris, and our good friend and colleague, the Honorable Greg Amore, and his wife Lee. And whereas a lifelong resident of the city of East Providence, Mrs. Amore was a daughter of the late Robert and Ursula Shadrick, and the sister of Robert Shadrick and his wife Midge, David Shadrick and his wife Mary, and the late Diane Murphy. She was a proud graduate of East Providence High School and the Catherine Gibbs School. And whereas with a beaming smile and a kind of loving personality, Mrs. Amore created and nurtured a marriage that flourished and a home that was warm and welcoming to all. She doted on her family, particularly her grandchildren, Grace Vall, John Vall, Tess Amore, Megan Amore, and Slade Sharma, and her many nieces and nephews. She took great joy in sharing many grandmother adventures with her grandchildren and never missed any of their myriad activities. Whereas in addition to making a wonderful home for her family, Mrs. Amore had been employed as an administrative assistant with the East Providence school system for 23 years. She was a lifelong Democrat and a founding and active member of the Wampanoag Women's Club. And whereas Nancy Amore possessed a nurturing soul that could light up a room, she was unconditionally loving, fiercely loyal, and strong-willed, and blessed with many devoted and close friends. She was also an accomplished painter, an avid reader, and loved going to the beach and traveling with her family. And whereas Nancy Amore lived her life to the fullest with a perfect combination of grace, dignity, and style, she left an indelible mark on the lives of those she knew and loved, and she will be dearly missed and remembered. Now therefore be it resolved that this Senate of the state of Rhode Island hereby extends heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and friends of Nancy J. Amore, and hopes that the sadness in their hearts will be replaced by warm memories of sweet moments that will comfort them in the days ahead. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be, and she is hereby authorized and directed to transmit duly certified copies of this resolution to Jennifer Amore Vall and family, and the Honorable Greg Amore and family.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Lawson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to express my deepest condolences to Representative Greg Amore, my friend and colleague in the House, also to his wife, Lee, their daughters, his sister Jen, and her family, and the extended Shadrick family. Nancy Amore was a joy to be around. She had a vibrant personality. She was quick-witted and a proud townie. She was a lifelong Democrat, as mentioned, and was passionately involved in local, state, and national politics. When I first met Nancy Amore, it was as Greg's mom and my CCD teacher. And later she became my friend and a well-informed supporter. We will all miss her, all of East Providence will. Her cheer, her positivity that she graced us with. And I send my deepest sympathies, mine and beyond, on behalf of my community, to the Amore Shadrick family. And I move this resolution.
Senator Lawson moves the resolution. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator McCaffrey, Senator Goodwin, Senator Anderson, Senator Gallo, Senator Lombardo, Senator Felag, Senator Sosnowski, Senator DeMario, Senator Acosta, Senator Casada, Senator Lombardi, Senator Mack, Senator Picard, Senator Burke, Senator Archibald, Senator Algier, Senator Paolino, Senator Rogers, Senator Bell, Senator Mendes, Senator Raptakis, Senator Valverde, Senator Murray, Senator Paolino, Senator Coyne, Senator Golden, Senator Oyer, Senator Seveny, and Senator Palmer, and Senator Corkin. Senator Casada. Is there discussion on the resolution? Hearing none. Are those in favor of the resolution, please indicate by standing. The resolution is adopted. Senate resolution expressing condolences on the passing of Captain Peter A. Adam. Senator Paolino. Senator Paolino, we have a resolution.
Can that be read, please?
Senator Paolino requests a resolution be read. The clerk will please do so.
Senate resolution expressing condolences on the passing of Captain Peter A. Adam. Whereas Peter A. Adam, a dedicated public service professional, passed away on October 20th, 2020. He was the beloved husband of Margaret Adam. And whereas Peter Adam devoted his entire life in service to the great motto of to serve and protect. Mr. Adam was a longtime volunteer firefighter who began his distinguished career in 1985 as a member of the Manville Fire Department. He remained an active member of the Manville Fire Department until 1997. Whereas in 1990, Mr. Adam joined the Albion Fire Department and served with distinction and tireless devotion for 27 years, retiring with the rank of captain as a member of Local 3023. He returned to the Manville Fire Department in 2006, serving with the rank of Chief 1, where he mentored many firefighters and served as a role model for numerous individuals. Whereas in addition to his wife, Margaret, Captain Adam leaves behind his children, Nicholas Adam and his wife, Justine, and Jennifer Adam. He is also survived by his brother, Raymond Adam, and his wife, Gail, his sister, Denise Adam Berard, and his twin brother, Paul Adam, and his brother, Roger Adam, and his wife, Angela, and their son, Roland Adam. Mr. Adam was also the devoted grandfather to Sky and Luca Adam. Mr. Adam was predeceased by his parents, Roland and Gertrude Adam, his mother-in-law, Lucille Benoit, and his prematurely born sons, Gregory, Patrick, and Joseph. Now therefore be it resolved that this Senate of the State of Rhode Island hereby expresses its condolences on the passing of Captain Peter A. Adam, and be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be and she is hereby authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to Mrs. Margaret Adam and family.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Paolino.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to extend my condolences to the Adam family, and I move passage.
Senator Paolino moves passage of the resolution. Is there a second? Second by Leader McCaffrey. Senator Mendes. Senator Gallo, Senator Lombardo, Senator DeMario, Senator Felag, Senator Sosnowski, Senator Acosta, Senator Casada, Senator Pearson, Senator Picard, Senator Lombardi, Senator Lawson, Senator Mack, Senator Algier, Senator Morgan, Senator Burke, Senator Archibald, Senator Bell, Senator Corkin, Senator Murray, Senator Oyer, Senator Valverde, Senator Coyne, Senator Seveny, and Senator DePalmer. Senator Coyne, Senator Mendes, Mendes, I'm sorry, Senator Casada. Is there discussion on the resolution? Hearing none. Those in favor of the resolution, please indicate by standing. The resolution is adopted. We have no consent calendar. We have no regular calendar. Is there any objection to transmitting adopted resolutions to the Honorable Secretary of State? All matters passed by the Senate to the Honorable House of Representatives, and all matters passed in concurrence to Her Excellency the Governor. Hearing none, so ordered. The desk is now clear of business. I call on Whip Goodwin for the purpose of adjournment.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the Senate, I have one announcement, and that will be that for planning purposes, Senate sessions in person here at Rhode Island College will meet every Tuesday for the month of January. We also encourage you to continue to work on your bills and to watch the postings, because there are some committees posted for this week and next week, which we'll be doing virtually. Mr. President, if there's no further business to come before the Senate today, I ask that the Senate adjourn in memory of these fine Rhode Islanders who have passed away. I ask that the Senate adjourn in memory of the Honorable William A. Castro, Willard Bill Rappley, Nancy J. Amore, and Peter A. Adams. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Goodwin. Senator Goodwin moves that we adjourn in memory of the Honorable William A. Castro, Captain Peter A. Adams, Nancy Amore, and Bill Rappley. All those in favor, please stand. Senate stands adjourned.